let's talk about word count. As picture book writers, we all obsess about word count. Well, I do anyway. Every word has to count. Let's look at some picture books from my youth. So 2 examples. Just look at that for a word count. That's just 1 page. That would be a whole picture book these days. But I absolutely loved these books. But now this format of picture book just doesn't exist. Here's another book from my youth. The opposite. Very, very low word count in this one. Way less than 100 words. And the way the market has gone since these books were published is very much in this direction. So let's look at some more modern picture books. I've done the work for you in this case, and I've done some counting so that we can see how many words are in each of these picture books. So we've looked at this one before, John and Matt's The Pirates Are Coming. We looked at it for format, and this book comes in at 501 words. Carl and Ross's I Am a Tiger is 269 words. Claire and Ashling's Sublime The Tide is 367 words. Morag Hood's very funny. She's the queen of the low word count, and this is no exception, coming in at 114 words. Lucy and Ben's Little Red Reading Hood, another one we looked at for format, is 708 words. And of course I had to look at the Donaldson, and this is one of my favourites of her and Axel's, and that comes in at 700 words. So looking back at this pile, these 2 stick out as having a higher word count than the others. And what do these have in common? Well, they rhyme. And so if you're writing a rhyming text, you're probably going to get away with submitting a slightly higher word count. You need those words, those extra words, to help make it scan properly, and that's so important with a rhyming text. It needs to sing, the words need to flow, and to achieve that you probably need a slightly higher word count. But these other books show what you can achieve with a much lower word count. Something like The Tide tackles a really complex subject like dementia, but comes in at under 400 words, and it's a beautiful text to read as well. You can squeeze in a lot of humour with a very low word count. And I happen to know from the horse's mouth, John himself, that when it was submitted, this text was less than 400 words. So things you might be allowed a little bit of leeway and some extra words in the edit, but I'd say when you're submitting, less is more. Try and go low, and if you've written your text and you've finished, think about whether every single word that you've written is really earning its place. Make every word count. So important in a picture book. In the next video, I'm going to talk about illustration notes and how the pictures can work to help you achieve a really tight word count.